Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, this is Love No Limits. My name is Kay and here is your daily pick a card reading. This reading should give you some insight on what is going to be occurring for you within the next 72 hours, aka this weekend. However, this reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble across it is when the message is meant to be heard. So my friends, please take a second, pause the video if need be to choose your pile. Today is a very unique reading. We're actually picking with fortunes. And instead of telling you what the fortune says, I'm going to read the lucky numbers. So you can pick your pile according to the numbers that you hear. You can use your intuition, feel it out, whatever works for you. But I'm going to start introducing them. So pile 1, your lucky numbers are 52, 54, 33, 30, 38, and 4. Feel free to rewind if need be. Pile number 2, your lucky numbers are 46, 24, 50, 23, 9, and 11. And pile number 3, your lucky numbers for your fortune is number 16, 25, 18, 41, 33, and 34. So my friends, meditate on which pile is for you. Feel free to rewind and listen to the numbers over again if need be. So these are the piles that we're picking out today. Little side note, if the readings end up resonating with you, please let me know down in those comments below. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like the video at the very end, subscribe to the channel. All 3 of these things help promote more content in the future. At the end of the reading as well, there's also a tip jar. All that information is down below. If you're feeling generous and you have enough to tip, all that information is below, okay? Timestamps are also located down below in that description box. So without further ado, my friends, let's jump right into it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading today, my friends. This reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble across the video is when this message is meant to be heard. Pile number 1, in case you missed in the intro, today we are picking our piles according to fortunes from fortune cookies. So I'm just going to read your lucky numbers out loud. So your lucky numbers were number 52, 54, 33, 30, 38, and 4. So I'm just going to interpret the numbers for you really quick. So I see a lot of 3s, which to me has a lot to do with miracles, okay? Things all working together, having a strong foundation. I see 2 5s, which often represents change, challenges, transformation. And I'm also seeing 2 4s, which also represents stability, as well as a 0 and an 8 represent karma and starting over again. So pile number 1, with that being said, let's take a look at what your fortune says. It says, before you receive, you must give. Before you receive, you must give. So pile number 1, within the next 72 hours, perhaps you will be receiving something. Some of you may be given something, or perhaps it will be a mutual give and receive situation occurring for you. But pile number 1, let's dive a little deeper here. So your first oracle card, this card is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck, and you guys have number 9 with Fern. Number 9, Fern. Fern began to sprout during the early days of spring, breaking through damp-packed winter soil. At first they are curled inward and compact until they free themselves from the constriction around them. But once they rise above the heaviness and the darkness, they are free to unravel and expand into the world. Pulling the Fern card is an indication that you have some lower vibrations swirling around you. Perhaps you have toxic people in your life, such as a cruel coworker, a critical parent, or a gossiping friend. It's easy to get trapped in lower vibrational energies, especially when that is what you know. But you are an enlightened soul and can rise above through the negativity and stagnation. Fern guides you to reach for the light, even when there is only darkness surrounding you. Meet negativity with high vibrational energies like compassion, curiosity, and empathy. Staying in your light helps others to remember their own. Lost souls could simply need someone who is willing to listen with a loving heart that is free of judgment. If nothing else, staying in your light protects you from those who are not ready to have a joyful and heart-centered existence. So pile number 1, a few things I want to point out. Okay, first of all, beautiful imagery in this card. I love all the green. I'm also noticing how big her eyes are. To me, they look a little glossy. So pile number 1, I have a feeling I'm picking up intuitively. Some of you may resonate with, like this card suggested, perhaps you're in a period of your life where perhaps you're not receiving as much compassion or receiving as much understanding. And your fortune does say, before you receive, you must give. So pile number 1, if you do resonate with this message here, if you find yourself in low vibrational energies recently, if you find yourself in sticky situations with people who, don't have your best interest at heart, or, any drama or tense situation, I feel like within the next 72 hours here, you're going to be focusing on giving people these things like compassion and empathy and understanding in order to start receiving it. What's the phrase? Where attention goes, energy flows. So pile number 1, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see you opening up your heart space a little bit. Again, there's a lot of green in this card, which is often connected to the heart chakra. One thing I also want to point out before we dive deeper is the fern is actually, to my understanding, I believe ferns are one of the oldest and ancient plants that are still growing today. They were around when the dinosaurs were around. They somehow survived multiple ends of the earth. So yeah, they're the type of plant that could really go through it all and still stand strong in the end. So pile number 1, perhaps you resonate with kind of feeling this way. Perhaps you're someone who doesn't give up. Okay, you're not a quitter. I definitely see some of you struggling, okay, in your personal life, professional life. If that is the case, within the next 72 hours, expect to start opening up your heart space. I feel like if you do that, pile number 1, a lot is going to start flowing to you here. But my friends, let's dive a little deeper. So your first tarot card today is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, this to me could represent honesty. This could also represent, being a little unemotional, getting to the point, cutting to the point. So pile number 1, perhaps within the next 72 hours, you will be disconnecting from your emotions temporarily, okay? Perhaps you will be doing something that requires you to be, or to put your emotions aside, I should say. Very interesting start. Your second tarot card today, my friends, is the 9 of Pentacles. So to me, the 9 of Pentacles is all about feeling comfortable. So pile number 1, usually the pentacles do represent the material world. However, given your spread this far, I feel like this 9 of Pentacles is representing you and you feeling comfortable in your own skin, you feeling comfortable in your environment, you feeling comfortable in your workplace, whatever the case may be. Within the next 72 hours, I feel like you're really going to be really honest with yourself, pile number 1, and with those around you. I feel like you're going to be expressing your needs, okay, as well as giving people what you expect to receive as well. And I feel like as a result, you're going to find more balance, more harmony, and overall feel more comfortable here. Very beautiful stuff. So pile number 1, your last tarot card today is the Star card. Beautiful. Yeah. I feel like you guys are really you're really looking to turn some sort of situation around here. Within the next 72 hours, you are being divinely guided. The Star card often represents hope as well, keeping the faith. So pile number 1, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see you slowly but surely coming out of a troubling period of your life and stepping into a period or stepping into something more comfortable here. I feel like you're going to be doing the necessary work, the necessary healing, and making the necessary changes that you need to, right, Queen of Swords, in order to start feeling like yourself again for some of you, okay? For some of you, I'm picking up an energy, I'm picking up this energy that perhaps like someone in the workplace or a close friend, a family member, okay? Only take this if it resonates, of course, but I'm definitely seeing a troubling situation, someone being emotionally attacked or hurt or burdened by someone. So yeah, within the next 72 hours, I do also want to point out this Star card, she is nude here. So yeah, like I was picking up before, your heart space is opening up, you're becoming more vulnerable, right? where your attention is going, your energy is flowing. So as you become more vulnerable, pile number one, as you start to express yourself and open up your heart space, you will receive that in return, okay? Definitely start to, I definitely see you starting to focus on this aspect within the next 72 hours. But I have your last oracle card here, my friends. This card should give us some solid advice on how to move forward. Ooh, I love this. So you guys got number 15 with riding. Okay, with a horse here. To me, this card often represents freedom, right? And again, very little clothes, right? Very little clothes. And I feel like you guys are becoming more vulnerable. Okay, she was also wearing, there's no saddle on this horse either. So yeah, to me, this card definitely represents a sense of freedom, a sense of even obligation for some of you. But yeah, the riding card, this card is often associated with taking a journey as well. So pile number one, I feel like for some of you, this riding card could represent, yeah, that will to not give up, the will to keep going, okay? No matter, no matter how uncomfortable the ride may be, right? So yeah, another thing I want to point out, pile number one, is the 1 and the 5 together make a 6, and 6 often represents letting go of something here. So within the next 72 hours, perhaps you're being advised to let go of something. For the majority of you, I feel like this is a mindset. I feel like this is some sort of perspective that you have about yourself. For some of you, this has a lot to do with knowing your worth, realizing your worth, okay? So beautiful energy, pile number one. I do really, I see a lot of growth here in your spread. A lot of what's the word? Spontaneity as well. Spontaneity, yeah. Because this picture, this image, this is very spontaneous to me. This is very free. This is very go with the flow. And the fern card here seems very stagnant, okay, very melancholy as well. So within the next 72 hours, expect a turn around of events of some kind, but just keep in mind, pile number one, in order to receive, you must give first. You give a little, you get a little. Pile number one, I'm sorry if I just called you pile number three. Pile number one, okay, I believe that's all I'm seeing in your spread today, my friends. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, okay, comment, drop a rose, subscribe. Also, I do have a donation box. All that information is down below if you're feeling generous or you just have a little more to give. However, don't feel obligated. Only donate if you can. Okay, my friends. Most importantly, pile number one, have a fabulous next 72 hours, my friends, and I will catch you guys next time. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading today, my friends. This reading is timeless, of course, so whenever you come across the video is when this message is meant to be heard. Pile number two, this reading should give you some insight, excuse me, on what is going to be occurring for you within the next 72 hours. So pile number two, just in case you missed in the intro, we are picking our piles according to fortunes. So in case you missed it, I'm just going to read out loud your lucky numbers here. So you have number 46, number 24, number 50, number 23, number 9, and 11. So some of the numbers that's sticking out to me: the number 9, we are in the month of September. However, it's timeless. So if you're listening to the reading and it's not September, not for you, okay. I'm also seeing 2 4s, which could represent stability. I'm seeing 2 2s, which could represent collaboration. I'm also seeing an 11 here, which could often represent collaboration as well. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing in your numbers today, pile number two, at least the ones that are sticking out to me. So within the next 72 hours, I definitely see some change, some stability, and some cooperation coming your way here. Interesting start to the reading. Oh snap, I forgot to read your fortune. Okay, ooh, pile number two, your fortune for the next 72 hours is believe in miracles. I love it. Believe in miracles. So yes, pile number two, your fortune is believe in miracles. Perhaps with some change, more stability will be entering your life. Okay, I definitely sense something miraculous, okay, occurring for you within the next 72 hours. So let's take a look at what your other cards have to say here. So this first card is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck. And you guys got number 12 with gatherer. That hummingbird is sticking out to me. All the feathers are as well. They could, to me, feathers often represent good luck. But pile number 2, number 12, gatherer. Our ancestors' connection to Mother Earth was primal and constant, not luxury or once in a while practice is today. The earth provided direct and essential nourishment, growth, healing to the people who roamed its surface in a very immediate and personal way. Every seed planted held the potential to sustain the life of community. Every fruit harvested was a blessing. One more resource to carry the community through cold, barren winters. Those who were tasked with gathering knew how to provide for their people. Gatherers knew the importance of being resourceful, wise, and also valuing the beauty and abundance of the land. Now is the time to gather your resources and keep them close at hand. You are abundant at this time and should celebrate your prosperity. However, you must be sure to prepare for winter. Like the earth, you will flow through seasons of harvest and scarcity, cycles of abundance then drought. Remember to fill your spiritual, mental, and physical reserves while you have more than enough. That could mean resting more when you have free time, or saving unexpected finances in case of windfalls. Unforeseen challenges cannot be avoided, but they can be easy to manage if you have something to fall back on. I love this message pile number 2. For some reason, as I was reading the description of this card, squirrels kept popping into my mind. It's reminding me of this card. Squirrels have a lot to do with gathering, right? And saving what they gather for the winter. So pile number 2, within the next 72 hours, I am picking up, this sense that with the believe in miracles fortune and the number 12 gatherer, perhaps you will be accumulating something. For some of you, this could be more finances or prosperity. For some of you, this could be some other resource or tool. Take it how the reading's going to resonate, but I feel like where this is already going is within the next 72 hours, I feel like something really great is going to happen for you, pile number 2. But Spirit is asking you to stay resourceful and to save. To save. If in case you forgot, the numbers back here, I did sense change and challenge as well, coming with stability. So I feel like within the next 72 hours, for some of you, who knows, maybe you'll be receiving a lump of cash. Maybe you will be receiving some sort of inheritance, a promotion, a bonus. Take it how it resonates. Who knows, maybe you'll be walking down the street and find $100. If that's the case, I feel like with the Gatherer card, again, Spirit wants you to start saving at this time, being more resourceful as well. So pile number 2, let's dive a little deeper. Your first tarot card today, my friends, is the 4 of Pentacles. Exactly. So the 4 of Pentacles, this represents holding on to something. It could often represent greed, but I am not picking up that energy at all with your pile number 2. Like I was just suggesting, right? I feel like something is going to come into your possession here, right? Look how tightly she's holding on to this box. I feel like something is going to come into your possession within the next 72 hours, and you are being advised to hold on to it, okay? To save it. Very beautiful start here. Your second tarot card, oh yeah, see? They're both kind of gripping their baskets and their boxes. This one has fruit, and this one has pentacles. So yeah, pile number 2, for some of you within the next 72 hours, perhaps you will be receiving some money here. For others, perhaps you will be receiving another resource or a tool. Beautiful start. Your second tarot card today, my friends, is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is my miracle card. The Ace of Cups represents an overflow of emotion, So this could be, positive emotions. This could be negative emotions, whatever the case may be. I feel like by the end of the next 72 hours, you will be feeling very emotionally shocked about something here. You guys got believe in miracles. So I do feel like this, for the majority of you, this Ace of Cups is going to represent some positive change. Something big is coming your way, and I feel like for the majority of you, it is completely unexpected. So when you do receive this miracle, when you do receive this resource, whatever it is, okay, it's going to make you a little emotional. But I feel like these emotions are relief, tears of joy, right? Beautiful, beautiful energy. So pile number 2, your last hero card today, my friends, wow, is the Lovers. You guys got the Lovers. So pile number 2. It's very funny. I believe, actually, let me double check. Let me just double check for you. I did see an 11 in there, remember, and a couple 2s. So yeah, before I even, you know, before I even started reading the rest of the cards here, collaboration, connection. The Lovers card could also represent decisions being made. Okay, so pile number 2, if this reading doesn't really have to do with romance or unconditional love necessarily, perhaps this Lovers card is representing change through some sort of decision that's going to be finalized or made. So pile number 2. Very interesting. Maybe within the next 72 hours, who knows? You may be adding another family member into the mix. For some of you, I'm picking up intuitively. Yeah, because the Gatherer card said something about community as well. So pile number 2, I feel like within the next 72 hours, your community is going to be very important for you. Okay, perhaps it's your community that is helping you gather these resources or helping you obtain this miracle, okay, or this abundance. Take it how it's resonating. But yeah, I feel like the Lovers card is definitely representing some sort of decision here. It could also be representing collaboration of some kind as well. Take it how it's resonating. But pile number 2, I have your last oracle card here. This card should give you some solid advice on how to move forward. So pile number 2, ooh. So your advice card for the next 72 hours is number 21 with books. Number 21 with books. I often associate this card with knowledge, okay, wisdom as well. And what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is something that you can obtain through text. Knowledge is something that you can obtain through, books, speech, learning. You can look something up and there it is. Wisdom is a little different, right? Because here we have this man, reading a book here. But on the corner, we have a man, an old man, with a child, and the child is bringing him in a Rubik's Cube. To me, this represents some younger generation bringing a wiser generation a problem. So pile number 2, I feel like this card is advising you based off of this little this little image here. This card is advising you to start collaborating with your elders and collaborating with people who have been there, done that. People who have experience. Wisdom isn't something you can learn in a book. Wisdom is something that you have to experience and learn from, right? You have to experience something and learn from it to accumulate wisdom. So pile number 2, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see some of you seeking out some sort of mentor here, or an elder, or someone who is just a professional in their occupation that really knows what they're talking about. And I feel like this person is going to somehow help you. Okay, somehow help you. For some of you, this person could be, if you do get your hands on a large amount of money within the next 72 hours, perhaps you need someone to help you budget it or organize it, right? In order to make sure that you have some for your winter, right? So you don't overspend. Take it how it's resonating, pile number 2. I definitely see the majority of you receiving some sort of major blessing or a miracle, becoming overjoyed, and yeah, definitely being advised to save it. So pile number 2, I believe that's all I'm seeing in your lovely spread today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, please. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And drop a rose down below. All 3 of these things help promote content in the future. Also, pile number 2, I do have a tip jar. All that information is located down below in the description box. If you're feeling generous or you want to give back to the channel, definitely do that. However, it is not required. Okay, only donate if you actually, have the funds to do so. But pile number 2, most importantly, have a fabulous next 72 hours, my friends, and I will catch you guys next time. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading today, my friends. This reading is timeless, so whenever you stumble across the video is when your message is meant to be heard. But pile number 3, this reading should give you some insight on what is going to be on your menu for the next 72 hours. So my friends, today you guys have picked fortunes. In case you had missed in the intro, I did read out loud your lucky numbers, so in case you missed it, I'm just going to read it out loud again really quick. So you guys got number 16, 25, 18, 41, 33, and a 4. Or excuse me, and 34. So pile number 3. You guys are pile number 3. You have 3 threes. So look out for the 3s. Okay, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. To me, 3s could often represent miracles. I like to see 3s as that miracle number, okay, that magical number. You have 2 4s, which often to me represents stability. You have a 5 representing change, and you have 3 1s representing a new beginning. So pile number 3, your fortune, oops, almost forgot to read it. Your fortune is in the ocean of knowledge. Only those who want to learn will see the land. Ooh. In the ocean of knowledge, only those who want to learn will see the land. So pile number 3, this fortune is telling me, in case it's a little confusing, it's basically saying that you really can't obtain knowledge, or you can't really obtain something unless you want to obtain it, right? It's harder to receive something unless you want to receive it, especially things that you need to really go the extra mile in order to obtain. Do you guys know what I mean? So for example, if you're in an ocean, right, and you don't desire knowledge, and the knowledge represents the land, you're probably not going to come across it, right? So I feel like this reading already, this reading already has a lot to do with intention, pile number 3. So yeah, the fortune is definitely screaming the word intention to me. Okay, perhaps you will be intending to obtain something, or it's kind of like the energy of when you want something, you're more likely to receive it, right? So pile number 3, enough of that. Let's dive right into your spread. So this first oracle card is from the Earthcraft Oracle deck. And you guys got number 25 with Sacred Temple. So number 25, Sacred Temple. You have pulled this card to guide you back toward the path of self-respect and self-validation, to connect you to your physical body, and to feel the power radiating from your skin. You are the goddess, or god if you identify as male, and your body is the temple. Your body is a record of every ancestor who walked before you. By honoring yourself, you are also honoring thousands of years of ancestral heritage, pride, and power. Adorn your body as if you are preparing an altar. Take time to pamper yourself with a long bath and clear clothing, and wear clothing that makes you feel beautiful. And as you care for your physical form, silence your inner critique, the voice that compares your body to others and puts you down. And speak to yourself as if you are a powerful goddess, capable of moving mountains. Know that you are worthy of reverence and of care, and your value is intrinsic. I think that means within. Honor the beauty in every curve, the strength in every scar, and the worthiness inside of your words and thoughts. Share yourself only with those who will do the same. So pile number 3, very interesting start to the reading here. Okay, to me, this card is really all about seeing yourself as the temple, right? Seeing yourself as the value, seeing yourself as the knowledge. I feel like for the majority of you, I'm picking up intuitively, perhaps you resonate with kind of feeling a little uncomfortable within your body. Okay, for whatever reason, take it how it's resonating. I definitely sense some of you feeling uncomfortable in your own skin. For some of you, this could be representing perhaps you feel uncomfortable, perhaps your body is feeling uncomfortable in a particular environment as well. So pile number 3, with that being said, okay, I feel like with this oracle card and your fortune, within the next 72 hours, when it comes to how you view yourself and your self-respect, that is something that does take work, okay? Or not even seeing, but realizing the worth that you have and the value that you have and how valuable you are in your life is, that's something that takes time, okay? So for the majority of you here, I mean, who knows? Maybe you just came out like that. But the social norms, the media, at one point of our life, I feel like we all kind of get caught up in it. For the majority of us, okay, a lot of us get caught up in it. And perhaps you're coming out of a period, pile number 3, where you're not relying on certain things to make you feel beautiful. You're not relying, I feel like you're trying to shift. I feel a shift happening here. I feel like for some of you, you're really trying to rely on your self-worth and your self-respect versus the products that could temporarily make you feel beautiful, if that makes sense. If you resonate with male, if you resonate with being either a biological male or identifying as a male, okay, take this how it's going to resonate. Perhaps you've just been feeling uncomfortable in your own skin. Or if that's not the case, then yeah, I definitely see your physical body being uncomfortable in some sort of environment, an environment that doesn't see your worth, an environment that doesn't see the value. Or perhaps this was something that you're dealing with. Perhaps for some of you, this is some sort of childhood trauma, okay? Very interesting. I feel like this reading is going to get a little deep, so so please be prepared for that. I guess this is a trigger warning because I feel a lot of deepness with this reading. So pile number 3, if you don't resonate with the message, it's just not for you. Try picking another pile. But let's dive a little deeper into your spread here. So your first tarot card today is the Moon card. So the Moon card, yeah, this often represents an illusion. Okay, I like to associate the Moon card with the illusions we give ourselves, most importantly. So pile number 3, I definitely see you in a haze, especially when it comes to yourself. For the majority of you here, I am picking up an energy that you really don't see how precious you are. So within the next 72 hours, I feel like your fortune, this is something you're starting to value. This is something you're starting to see the worth in. And as a result, you will be finding that value within yourself. You will be finding your self-respect. You will be finding the truth. And the truth is that you're beautiful, pile number 3, okay? For the majority of you here, again, I am picking up a hint of some sort of childhood trauma or some sort of trauma in your past. And perhaps this trauma, this event, or this troubling situation took its toll on you. And for the majority of you here, I'm seeing this Moon card relating to that. I have a feeling, pile number 3, that whatever occurred in your past that has put you in a position of despair or have made you look down on yourself, within the next 72 hours, you're working through that. You are going to start clearing out the clouds in your own mind and your heart, okay? And you're going to start coming back together with yourself, okay, pile number 3? I feel like the Moon card, again, is representing that illusion that you have been giving yourself or that someone else has put on you. Your second tarot card today is the 9 of Cups. Beautiful. So the 9 of Cups often represents a celebration, okay? It often represents a wish fulfillment, a wish coming true. So pile number 3, whatever the case may be, however this reading is resonating, expect to hear some good news within the next 72 hours, okay? This good news could be pertaining about your situation, or this could just be good news in general. And perhaps this good news is meant to come to you to help uplift you, to help make you feel empowered, to make you feel important. So pile number 3, I definitely see you receiving some good news, okay, receiving a nice compliment. And whatever the news is, whatever the compliment is, it's going to help uplift you. It's going to help you feel happier. Okay, beautiful energy here. Your last tarot card today is the 8 of Cups. Yep, this is a great sign. So the 8 of Cups represents leaving something that isn't working, letting something go. Not just to let something go, but something very unfulfilling in order to search for fulfillment. So pile number 3, again, if you resonate with going through some sort of trauma, some sort of troubling situation, a bad friendship, having a bad relationship with a family member, okay, within the next 72 hours, I feel like you're realizing the toll it's taken on your physical body, okay, on your emotional health. You are helping to clear the fog from yourself. Something is coming your way to uplift your spirits, to help you celebrate. to give you the strength needed to leave whatever isn't working, to find something that does. Pile number 3, within the next 72 hours, I definitely see an accumulation of strength happening. For the majority of you, this is emotional. Okay, I feel like this spread has a lot to do with what is going on the inside, right? In case you forgot, when I was trying to read the description for this card, I actually kept stumbling on the word intrinsic. I still can't say it, but it basically means within. So pile number 3, within the next 72 hours, you are going within. Okay, expect some fog to be lifted. Expect you to have some sort of realization, more clarity, and something to uplift your spirits. Okay, something is definitely coming your way to uplift your spirits and motivate you to make the necessary changes needed, right? Again, your fortune says, in the ocean of knowledge, only those who want to learn will see the land. So you're coming to a place in your life, pile number 3, where you actually want to put in the work in order to see change, okay? In order to feel more fulfilled, which is beautiful. But pile number 3, I have your last oracle card here. This card should give us some solid advice on how to move forward. So I love it. You guys have number 5. Number 5 with art. Yeah, this card is all about expression, creativity, okay? Honesty as well. Art is a beautiful thing. You know, it could get a message across, and the message could hit, 12 people 12 different ways. That's what's so beautiful about it. It is so personal. Ooh, the word personal. Yeah. Again, the word intrinsic. Within. Yeah, I feel like within the next 72 hours, you're definitely going within pile number 3. You're going to be expressing something. You're going to be fluid like water. Again, water represents our emotions. So expect an emotional next 72 hours. However, I feel like this emotional time is going to be uplifting. I feel like it's going to help motivate you. Okay, art is something that's very unique because it's a visual. It's often a visual representation of how someone is feeling inside. So pile number 3, perhaps the art card is coming out as your advice because you need to start getting in touch with your creative self. Spirit definitely screaming that loud and clear. You definitely need to start connecting with yourself here, and I feel like by finding some sort of creative outlet, that will help you achieve your goals faster. Okay, pile number 3, beautiful, beautiful energy here. I definitely see, again, you have a 5. Change. 5 is the number of change, transformation, and challenges. So pile number 3, I feel like with the challenges part, you are coming out of the challenging period of your life and you're transitioning into a more fulfilling period, into a more positive period, into a more peaceful period. Pile number 3, I believe that's all I'm seeing in your cards today, my friends. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, subscribe, and drop a rose down below. All 3 of these things help promote content in the future. Pile number 3, I also want to add in, if you are feeling generous or kind enough to donate, all that information is down below in the description box. However, it is not required, okay? Only donate if you actually have the funds to do so. Pile number 3, have a fabulous next 72 hours, my friends, and I will catch you guys next time.